Our universe is a vast and ever-expanding canvas of celestial wonders. But what if this expansion, this outward breath of creation, were to reverse? What if the universe began to collapse in on itself? Imagine a universe where time flows in reverse, where the end is the beginning. Instead of galaxies racing away from each other, they would begin to huddle closer, their cosmic dance turning into a deadly embrace. The universe, once a symphony of creation, would become a dirge of destruction. This is the unsettling but captivating premise of a collapsing universe, a scenario that has intrigued scientists and science fiction writers alike. To understand the collapse of the universe, we must first delve into the force that would drive this cosmic implosion: gravity. This fundamental force is the key to unlocking the mysteries of our universe's fate. Gravity is the invisible glue that holds the universe together, drawing massive objects towards each other. It shapes the orbits of planets, the paths of stars, and the structure of galaxies. It is the force that keeps our feet planted on the Earth and guides the Moon in its orbit around our planet. Without gravity, life as we know it would not exist. In the current understanding of our universe, the outward push of dark energy outweighs the inward pull of gravity on a cosmic scale. This causes the universe to expand at an accelerating rate. But in a collapsing universe, the script is flipped. The balance shifts and gravity begins to dominate. Gravity reigns supreme, its invisible hand pulling the universe together in a cosmic death grip. The force that once held galaxies apart now draws them closer. Imagine the universe as a giant rubber sheet. This analogy helps us visualize the effects of gravity on a cosmic scale. If you place a bowling ball on the sheet, it will create a dip, a well of gravity. Smaller objects will roll towards this dip, just as cosmic objects are drawn towards massive bodies. This is a simplified analogy, but it illustrates how gravity would act in a collapsing universe, drawing everything towards a central point. The once expansive cosmos would contract, leading to an inevitable end. The collapse of the universe would not be a simple case of everything rushing towards a single point. Instead, it would be a complex and fascinating process involving the very fabric of space and time itself. To truly grasp the implications, we need to delve into the realm of Einstein's theory of general relativity. This theory revolutionized our understanding of gravity and the cosmos. This groundbreaking theory tells us that gravity is not just a force, but a curvature in the fabric of space-time. It's a dynamic interaction that shapes the universe. Imagine space-time as a giant trampoline. When a heavy object is placed on it, the surface bends and curves. Massive objects like stars and galaxies warp this fabric, creating dips and curves. These distortions affect the movement of other objects and light around them. In a collapsing universe, the entire fabric of space-time would begin to contract, like a deflating balloon. This contraction would be uniform and all-encompassing. This contraction would have profound effects on the very nature of space and time. The dimensions we take for granted would alter dramatically. Distances between galaxies would shrink, not because they are moving through space, but because space itself is shrinking. The entire cosmic landscape would change. Time, too, would be affected, its passage speeding up as the universe contracts. The rhythm of existence would accelerate, altering our perception of reality. The first signs of the universe's collapse would be subtle, like whispers in the cosmic wind. The expansion of the universe, currently accelerating, would slow down. Galaxies, instead of moving further apart, would seem to pause in their cosmic dance. As the pull of gravity tightened its grip, these subtle signs would give way to more dramatic events. The distances between galaxies would begin to decrease at an accelerating rate. The universe, once a vast and empty expanse, would start to feel crowded, the cosmic dancers now pressed closer together. Galaxies, once separated by millions of light years, would begin to collide, their spiral arms intertwining in a maelstrom of gas, dust, and stars. Galactic collisions. Galactic collisions are not gentle events. They are titan clashes of unimaginable scale where billions of stars collide and merge. In a collapsing universe, these collisions would become commonplace, a recurring theme in the universe's final act. As galaxies are drawn closer together, their gravitational fields would interact, distorting their shapes and sending shock waves through their spiral arms. Stars, once serenely orbiting their galactic cores, would be flung out of their galaxies, cast adrift in the intergalactic void, or captured by the gravitational pull of another galaxy. Our own galaxy, the Milky Way, would not be spared this chaotic fate. Stellar fireworks. The collapse of the universe wouldn't just affect galaxies on a grand scale, it would also have profound consequences for the very stars that illuminate the cosmos. As the universe contracted, stars would be squeezed closer together, their interactions becoming increasingly violent. Some stars would collide, their nuclear furnaces merging in a blinding flash of light and energy. These stellar explosions, known as supernovae, would become commonplace, lighting up the shrinking universe with their dying breaths. Other stars would be ripped apart by the intense gravitational forces, their constituent matter scattered into the cosmos. Planetary demise. Planets like Earth are often viewed as islands of stability in the vast cosmic ocean, but in a collapsing universe, even these celestial havens would be threatened. As stars were flung about, collided, or were bathed in intense radiation, their planetary systems would be thrown into disarray. Planets would be ripped from their orbits, sent hurtling through the cosmos like cosmic projectiles. Some would collide with other planets, their surfaces scarred by impact craters and their atmospheres blasted away. Earth, our pale blue dot, would not be immune to this cosmic chaos. The Great Contraction. As the universe continued to collapse, the pace of destruction would accelerate. Galaxies would merge into larger and larger structures, their individual identities lost in the cosmic maelstrom. Stars would be packed closer and closer together, their light and heat combining to create a blindingly bright and intensely hot cosmic furnace. This process, known as the Great Contraction, would be the inverse of the Big Bang, the event that birthed our universe. Just as the Big Bang expanded space and time, creating the universe as we know it, the Great Contraction would shrink space and time, erasing everything in its wake. The universe, once a vast and majestic tapestry of celestial wonders, would be reduced to a singularity, an infinitely small and infinitely dense point. Time's up. In the final moments of the Great Contraction, time itself would cease to have meaning. The past, present, and future would collapse into a single timeless instant. All matter and energy would be compressed into an infinitely small point, erasing all structure and order. The universe, once teeming with galaxies, stars, and planets, would be no more. This singularity, this point of infinite density and infinite gravity, would mark the end of the universe as we know it. It would be the ultimate cosmic reset, wiping the slate clean and erasing all traces of our existence. The end of everything. The end of a collapsing universe is not a gentle fading away. It is a violent and cataclysmic event, a cosmic apocalypse that would obliterate everything in its path. Galaxies would be torn apart, stars would explode, and planets would be vaporized. All matter and energy would be compressed into an infinitely small point, erasing all traces of our existence. This is a bleak and unsettling vision of the future, but it is a reminder of the immense power of the universe and the fragility of our own existence. In the grand scheme of things, we are but a fleeting flicker of light in a vast and ancient cosmos. A new beginning? The idea of a collapsing universe is a sobering one, a reminder of the impermanence of all things. It makes us ponder the transient nature of existence and how everything we know could one day cease to be. But amidst the darkness, a glimmer of hope emerges. Even in the deepest void, there is potential for rebirth, for new beginnings. Some theoretical physicists speculate that the singularity at the end of a collapsing universe could also be the seed of a new beginning. This idea challenges our understanding of life and death on a cosmic scale. Just as the Big Bang erupted from a singularity, giving birth to our universe, perhaps the singularity at the end of the Great Contraction could trigger another Big Bang, creating a new universe from the ashes of the old. This concept suggests a perpetual cycle of destruction and creation. This cyclical model of the universe, expanding and contracting in an endless dance of creation and destruction, offers a tantalizing glimpse of a universe reborn. It paints a picture of an eternal cosmic rhythm, where endings are merely new beginnings in disguise. The end of our universe would not be the end, but merely a transition, a turning of the cosmic page. It invites us to see the universe not as a finite entity, but as an ever-evolving story, with each chapter leading to the next.